you guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right. Test. One movie doesn't look like it's going to find much happiness in the box office is
Hey, nice job.
Kraven the Hunter. Kraven the Hunter is the newest Sony Spider-Man villain movie. It is on track to open up with lower numbers than Madam Web, which really bombed out in the theater. So, plus it's not helping. It's going to go up against, Moana 2 and some other big movies that are out there.
Right.
So there is some rumors out there that Sony is saying that they have basically developed all they're going to develop as far as these villain
the spin-off of Spider-Man.
Right, because it's just not. They're just not performing well. They did have certainly some success with the Venom movies. Of all of them, those are probably the most. Not even probably. They were the most successful couple of those.
Did they do Mobius too? Morbius?
Yeah,
Yep.
Morbius.
Morbius.
Madam Web. They've done this one. So this one had like a cameo of the Rhino, I think, or something like that. Villain. So it just
Not even
it's very. No, I don't think so. It's really unclear just where is it going to go. But to just, I mean, I know Kraven the Hunters. I'm a long-term Spider-Man fan.
Yeah.
But if you're a casual Spider-Man fan, you might not even really know who the heck Kraven the Hunter is, and he's certainly not one of the more popular
I thought it was
villains.
one of those little chocolate-filled cereals with a little spear.
You mean Crave the cereal you're talking about?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. The holiday laughs just keep flowing, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
For laughs for Christmas, you came to the right spot. Here they come.
It's right here.
I was
So
really
I've
excited
said-
when they were.
Go ahead.
I was really excited when I heard they were doing a Actually, I misunderstood. I thought they were going to make a series on Disney Plus. I thought Kraven the Hunter was going
Which
to
you
be
probably would have done
a
well.
series on Disney Plus, and I was ready for that. I didn't realize until within the last couple. Actually, I think it was when we went to see The Last Dance, Venom: The Last Dance in the theater, that I saw the poster, and I was like, "Is that a movie? I thought it was going to be a TV series." I like the character. Think it's it's one of up there for me, one of the Spider-Man villains that I really like. But I don't know. I mean, I plan on seeing it at some point. I'm interested, but I'm sad to hear it's not doing well. But I thought, I feel like something like that. Look at what Marvel's been able to do with some of these characters. You have look at how the Wanda or the Agatha series. Who the fuck knew who Agatha Harkness was before all of, like Wanda? And I mean, some hardcores absolutely did, but that's a pretty fringe character, I feel like, for most casual comic book fans. That made it into something big, and I felt like, I mean, I personally am much more familiar with like Kraven the Hunter than Agatha Harkness, so I'm like, well, they could probably turn that into a series and make it
Serial
interesting for people. But yeah, that's unfortunate, but I don't know. I feel like we've had a lot of discussions on Marvel and next phases and all this stuff, and I feel like people maybe are just kind of like burnt out, like on all like the Marvel, like the superhero movie. Like, did it have its day in the sun? I'm not excited about any of the other than like, if a Spider-Man or a Venom thing comes out, I'm there for it. But I don't care anymore about like any of them. They've just kind of too many have flopped for me, and you have more chance of getting me on a series that I can watch little by little than going to a theater and seeing a Marvel movie at this point.
Gen X Brian here from the Convincing Idiots podcast. If you're enjoying our show, tell a friend. And if you're not, well, tell two enemies.
It's like those Sony villain movies. It's like what was the end game going to be? It's not going to be fighting Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It's just not.
You're just giving someone a story on a character.
Yeah, and it's like, I just don't understand. the point, at least the Penguin series, to kind of compare that even, it's still the Penguin in that universe, and we will, in the next Batman movie, see again the Penguin interacting with the Batman. Okay, so it's fine to have these sub-stories like that, in my opinion, because eventually the villain's going to wind up with the main hero, right? Fighting the main hero or some type of interaction. They weren't going that direction unless they somehow figured out a way they're going to make it an alternate universe, and maybe they bring back Andrew Garfield in that universe again or something like that. But then you're still going at least in the direction of fighting a Spider-Man again. So I don't know. Just couldn't get. Just wasn't interested in any of it. Go ahead, D.
I think it's kind of the same reason the last Flash movie shit the bed, right? I watched it. I enjoyed it. I don't know what everybody else was watching that shit on it. I enjoyed what it was. But I think the reason financially it suffered, the same reason this movie is going to do the same thing, is the same reason I didn't watch The Black Widow. The character was already dead. Why do I need to know this backstory? Like, what is it going to serve? So I think people, know that Kraven isn't, they're not doing any more of these villain movies, or there's no ultimate Spider-Man in that universe to fight unless they bring back Andrew Garfield or whatever.
Well, they're supposed to be they're doing a 4 with Tom Holland.
Yep.
Right, but with Marvel, this this is strictly Sony. Unless you're planning on crossing them over into universes.
Yes, I think that is the plan.
Well, you're telling me Kraven the Hunter will be in the MCU?
I don't know, but they've discussed that already, of meshing those, and because
again, unless you make that distinctly aware to people, they don't care, because there's no end game to it.
Right.
It's just a show for a show. I mean, I bet I guess I didn't watch it, but the Madam Web just looked like shit, sounded like shit from what everybody says. It was just an awful edited movie. Kraven the Hunter might be good, but there's no end game. There's nowhere to go after this. You're just watching a movie about this guy. And maybe people will. Maybe all the critics are wrong. Maybe you're going to have people go, you know what? I'll go watch this whatever Jonathan Taylor Thomas guy jump around shirtless like a tiger. Who knows? You might get that.
Yeah, I'll do it for free.
You did it during the party. It was amazing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what they need to do. They need to take the Amazing Spider-Man PlayStation game trilogy and turn that into a movie. Those are the writing and the story the story arc is phenomenal throughout those games. That trilogy is incredible. Has Kraven, has Venom, has Miles. It's great. Mysterio.
I think there's something to be said about that. I mean, so many people love these kind of video games. Get some of these video game,
or at least a series, an animated series or something.
And put something into it. So get some of these writers onto the movie scripts. You know what I mean? If they're not writing, maybe they're not best at dialogue, but at least they can do a storyline of. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
I don't know, something.
Truthfully, those games, that's probably a better storyline than I've seen in any recent Marvel movie in a long time. Like, it's they're really well done.
Video games are probably like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're so good now. Yeah, they are basically interactive movies. A lot of them. You know what I mean?
Right, and they have actual actors playing in these roles. I saw it was a trailer for this one war game, and it had actual mocapped actors where you could tell that it is the actor, doing these roles in the games. It's pretty impressive.
Yes.
Everybody, Gen X Brian with Millennial Nick and Zennial Dean. We need more people besides Nick's mom watching us. Give us a like and subscribe.
Yeah, am I gonna be able to? Is that why you changed your hat? It wasn't like the fucking headphones.
Yeah, I couldn't get it over. I thought I did it before, but it's just not working right now.
Mine over the headphones over the things, and you guys are a little muffled, but I've heard your guys' voices before, and I don't care for them that much.
There we go. I'll just go over.
Perfect.
Yeah, that is
Perfect.
that is perfect.
That's the look right there.
That's the look.
Professional.
You look like your head is much smaller than it normally looks.
I gotta raise the camera up now so it can get all the fucking hat in it. Jesus Christ. Like the kid that's like the dude that's in Christmas Story, like, you're up next, kid. Look at that fucking...
Oh yeah, the elf guy
with the camera.
Nick.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
The hat's over the headphones.
Bye, buddy. Love you.